In medical science, there is a disease. And apologize if I'm mispronouncing that to all of our medical doctors in here. I don't think we have any, but if we do, I apologize if I butcher this, but it's called, I think, myasthenia gravis. It is a disease of the nervous system. And with this disease, basically what it is, that little switch just doesn't work. The brain is sending signals to the muscles. The brain is working fine. The muscles are working fine. But the problem is that the switch between them isn't letting the signal get through. There's no problem with the brain. There's no problems with the muscles. There's a problem with the switch, the thing that connects the two. It's a connection problem. In other words, the body ceases to function like it should because the relationship between parts is not functioning like it should. And when that relationship is broken, when the connection is missing, the entire body suffers. And just like the physical body requires all of those nerve connections working properly to function and be healthy, the church is also made up of connections. Jesus is the head of the church. He's the brain. He's the brain that sends signals, he sends messages, he sends direction. Jesus is the one that is the head of the church. He determines what we are supposed to do, where we are supposed to go, what we are supposed to say. He gives directions to his church. And here's the thing about Jesus as our brain. His reasoning is always perfect. His plan is always perfect. His instructions are always correct. His knowledge is always unlimited. So, if there's a problem, it's not with the brain. If there's a problem in the church, it's not with him. And this is oftentimes where people get a misunderstanding, and they think of God a certain way because they come to a church, they experience something that was wrong or unhealthy, and they say, well, then I'm writing off God. But the problem is that God wasn't the problem. The problem is the switch. There's a disconnect between what Jesus is saying we should be as a church and oftentimes what we are as a church. If there's a problem, it's with us. And here's the problem. If believers live totally disconnected lives, the body cannot function the way it is supposed to.